armored fish ruled the seas 385 million years ago, terrorizing ancient waters. This era was an underwater paradise teeming with life, but it had its own kind of predators lurking in the depths. Among them were the heavily armored Dunkleosteus, a massive fish that could grow up to 9 meters long and pack a powerful bite, making it one of the top predators of its time. These weren't just any fish, they were the tanks of their time. Picture this, you're swimming through a reef when suddenly you see scales as thick and tough as armor plating, bristling with spines capable of deterring predators. This is what the Devonian looked like. A world where armored placoderms like Dunkleosteus ruled the seas, their bony plates and powerful jaws making them apex predators. The armor-plated predators, let's start by talking about their armor. These fish were covered head to toe in dermal plates, bony scales that grew right into their skin. Think of them as wearing a suit of medieval knight armor, but integrated directly into their bodies. When you see one up close, it's like looking at an impenetrable fortress. But the real shocker is how agile these fish were. They weren't slow and cumbersome. Instead, they were incredibly swift. Picture a high-speed missile slicing through water. These armored predators moved with such incredible speed that their prey had little chance of evasion once targeted. The first megafauna now, here's the twist. These weren't tiny fish we're talking about. They grew to monstrous sizes, some reaching lengths of 10 feet or more, roughly the size of a large crocodile today. But unlike anything else back then, they were covered in armor and armed with teeth like daggers. These armored predators ruled the Devonian seas, their imposing presence unmatched by any other fish of that era. These predators had an advantage that no other creature could match. Their bodies were built for both offense and defense simultaneously. They weren't just hunters, they were tanks on the prowl. Imagine a heavily armored tank swimming through the ocean. This is what placoderms, like Dunkleosteus, looked like to everything else in the Devonian seas. The scale of destruction now, let's talk about their impact. When one of these creatures swept through a reef or coral garden, it was like an apocalypse for Devonian marine life. Everything that wasn't quick enough got shredded and crushed by those armor plates and teeth. It's hard to imagine today's oceans being ruled by such relentless killers, but during the Devonian period, armored fish like Dunkleosteus dominated their aquatic ecosystems. But here's the kicker. These armored fish weren't just hunters of smaller prey. They dominated their ecosystem by preying on various marine creatures, including nautiloids and other small vertebrates. As apex predators in the Devonian seas, they had no natural enemies to compete with, making them the uncontested rulers of their aquatic world. The deadly weapons, so how did they hunt? Their teeth were indeed formidable, sharp and curved like hooks. But it wasn't just their teeth. They had barbed spines on their gill covers called opercular plates. These weren't for show. They used these to grip and immobilize prey while tearing into them with those dagger-like teeth. And then there's the tail. Picture a fish capable of swinging its tail like a powerful club, delivering strikes that could incapacitate prey or deter competitors with precise force. This adaptation wasn't just about speed. It was about combining brute strength with accuracy to dominate its aquatic environment. The armor's purpose, but why all this armor? It wasn't just for protection from predators. These fish thrived in an environment filled with sharp coral reefs and rocks. Their bodies were literally built to withstand such harsh conditions. Think of them as the tanks of prehistoric times, designed not only to survive any abuse, but also to navigate and thrive in their challenging aquatic world. Subject, the Devonian age of armored killer fish passage to fact check. And then there's another reason, competition. In this era, other predatory fish were evolving larger sizes and more robust armaments, making it crucial for armored predators like Dunkleosteus to fend off rivals. These apex predators had no equals in their ecosystems. They could take on any competitor or prey that challenged them. The apex predators so here these aren't just any predators. They're the apex predators of their time. Imagine a fish that can grow up to 10 feet long, swim with remarkable speed and agility, and strike its prey with incredible force. These armored giants were the ultimate hunters of the Devonian seas, reigning supreme over marine ecosystems around 400 million years ago. But wait, there's more to this story. Here, as something you might not know, some species had armor that could actually shift position. Imagine fish where the plates on their skin could move like segments in an armadillo's shell, allowing them to be extra tough when needed while still maintaining flexibility for maneuverability. Talk about built-in defense mechanisms. This adaptation is seen in certain placoderms and bony fishes of the Devonian period, showcasing the incredible diversity and innovation in early jawed vertebrates. The evolutionary arms race now, let's step back for a moment. These armored killers didn't just pop up overnight. They were the result of millions of years of evolution during the Devonian period. There was an evolutionary arms race going on in the Devonian seas. As prey species developed better defenses, predators evolved to become even more formidable. And these armored fish, such as Dunkleosteus, were the pinnacle of that arms race. They didn't need stealth or speed alone. They needed brute force and resilience. That's why their armor wasn't just for looks, it was essential for survival in the Devonian seas, a time when predators were abundant and danger lurked everywhere. Every spine, every tooth, every plate was a piece in the puzzle of staying alive in an environment where death could come from any direction. The end of an era, but then something changed. Fast forward millions of years, and these armored killers began to disappear. Why? One theory is that environmental shifts, such as changing sea levels and oxygen levels, rendered their massive size disadvantageous. Another idea is that they were outcompeted by new predators, better adapted to the changing conditions. Whatever the reason, it was a turning point in ocean history, marking a significant shift in marine ecosystems. When you see fossils of these armored fish from the Devonian period today, it's impossible not to marvel at how they evolved such formidable defenses in their aquatic world. Species like Dunkleosteus ruled the seas, thriving for millions of years and dominating their ecosystems during this era of Earth's history. The legacy of armored killers, so here we're. The armored killer fish were not just a footnote in prehistory. They were a dominant force that significantly shaped marine life during their reign. Their legacy is etched into every fossil, reminding us of a time when the Devonian seas belonged to giants covered in armor and armed with teeth. Think about it this way, these fish didn't just survive, they thrived. They were the apex predators of the Devonian period, ruling the seas like no other creature could. And now, millions of years later, we're left trying to understand how they did it and what their story tells us about life's resilience and evolution. The final shock, but here's where it gets truly mind-bending. Imagine being a smaller fish in those waters during the Devonian period. It's not just the idea of encountering these armored killers that's terrifying. It's the sheer scale of their power. A 10-foot-long predator like Dunkleosteus, covered in armor and moving with speed and precision to take down anything in its path, would have been a formidable presence indeed. Now think about it this way, what if you were one of them? What kind of fish could be the hunter rather than the hunted? During the Devonian period, armored predators like Dunkleosteus demonstrate that sometimes, being different isn't just an advantage, it's a necessity. In their world, survival often meant evolving formidable defenses and becoming an unstoppable apex predator. The ultimate predator, so here's the ultimate question. Why do we still look back at these creatures with such awe and wonder? It's not just about the fear, they represent something greater. These armored killers were built for dominance in ways that few other species ever have been. They show us what evolution can achieve when survival demands more than mere adaptation. It requires innovation. During the Devonian period, placoderms like Dunkleosteus exemplified this principle, evolving formidable armor and powerful jaws to become apex predators in their ecosystems. And that's why, even today, we're still fascinated by these armored killers of the Devonian seas. Their story is one of relentless power and evolutionary adaptation, a testament to the incredible forces at play in our planet's history. Think about it, What kind of world would need such terrifying hunters? And how did they rule their aquatic domains for millions of years? The closing hook, so there you have it, the armored killer fish of the Devonian era. These weren't just predators. They were titans of their time, built to survive and dominate like nothing else on Earth. When you think about these creatures, remember one thing. In a world where survival is everything, being adaptable might be the greatest achievement of all. Think about that claw. Think about those teeth. Think about what it means to be an armored killer fish. You'll never look at our oceans or prehistory the same way again. Imagine swimming alongside these monsters during the Devonian period, when they dominated the seas. Their armor wasn't just for show. It was a fortress, protecting them from rivals and environmental threats. Each scale and plate was precisely engineered to deflect attacks, making them virtually invulnerable in their primeval world. These fish weren't just large, they were highly specialized predators. They evolved sophisticated hunting behaviors that enabled them to capture prey much larger than themselves. Imagine a scene where one of these heavily armored killers moves stealthily through dense aquatic vegetation, using its acute sensory organs to locate potential meals. Once it spots a target, the fish strikes with lightning speed and precision, showcasing their evolutionary adaptations for efficient predation. Another insane fact. Some Devonian-era armored fish had bioluminescent organs along their underside, allowing them to light up the dark depths of ancient seas like living searchlights. This adaptation gave them a significant advantage in finding prey and evading predators. Imagine being that fish glowing in the darkness, ready to strike at any moment. The armored fish of the Devonian period were indeed a diverse group with an incredible array of predatory adaptations. Some species featured elongated snouts armed with sharp teeth, ideal for impaling soft-bodied prey. Others sported robust bony protrusions around their mouths, perfect for crushing hard shells and bones. Their powerful jaws could deliver a formidable bite, making escape nearly impossible once they locked onto their victims. These fish weren't just dominant in the Devonian waters, they fundamentally shaped aquatic ecosystems. Their presence drove evolutionary changes in other marine organisms, influencing the diversity and adaptations of contemporary species. Some species of armored fish even engaged in mutualistic relationships with smaller fish that would clean parasites from their scales and armor plates, maintaining the health and efficiency of these predators. So next time you look into a still ocean or a quiet river, remember the days when such terrifying hunters ruled the Devonian seas. These weren't just animals, they were living nightmares, sculpted by millions of years of relentless survival pressure. Think about that armor again. Think about those teeth. Think about being faced with an armored predator in its prime. It's a humbling thought, isn't it?